Today on Story House, we're talking all about opportunity. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from people that they can't buy a house for X, Y, or Z reason, but the truth is you can if you have the right realtor, right?
Oh, thank you.
So today I'm here with Lisa Miller Carnation of Keller Williams. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So as I said, we're talking all about opportunity. This listing that you have was one of the biggest opportunities. You had helped this seller buy this house years back, correct?
Yeah, like this opportunity has set him up for his future. So my seller now, I sold him the property in 2012. He was young, in his early 20s. He's like, I don't know if I can afford a house. I'm like, you can, we can do it. We searched all over for a house in the $300,000 range, couldn't find anything. So then this property came along and it has 2 houses on it.
Wow.
And a big, huge garage workshop with a loft inside of it. And it was just his dream property. It's in Blossom Valley. It's 3 flat usable acres, and there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house, and then like a 10-car garage with a loft inside of it. And he's a trucker. He has motorhomes, boats, all this kind of stuff. It was really his dream property.
Right.
And he's like, I can never afford this. I'm like, you can if you live in the loft and you rent out the 2 houses. It more than covers your mortgage.
And it's all about looking for that opportunity. So he went from being skeptical to realizing that, look, if you look at the way that the house is designed, the property is designed, it could be more than just a home for you, but it also can be a source of income.
Correct. And when he bought it, he was a single guy in his early 20s, trucking all over the place. So he was hardly ever home. So the loft worked perfect for him. He had a place for his motorhome. He had a place for his boat. All of his friends and buddies and all of them had places to store their stuff.
Right.
And then he rented out the 2 houses and actually made positive income every month off these 2 houses. And so now he's married, has a family. They want to move to Arizona and be closer to her family there. So he's like, I need to sell it. So now it's a great investment for someone else to pick up.
Absolutely.
With tenants already in it, and they could just keep renting it out for more than what their mortgage payment is.
And so they have, in addition to the 2 houses, it is quite a lot of land as well, right? You said even before him, it was a horse property before?
Yeah, so it was built in '74, and when it was built as a horse ranch. So that's where the big, large barn came from. That then before he owned it, got converted into a workshop. But it was a huge barn with all the horse pastures, everything. So you could still put back up the horse stables if you wanted to, and you could. It's zoned agricultural A70, so you could have livestock, you could, do whatever you wanted to do with the property. Right now it has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with their own fenced yards, and then it's got about 1.5 acres between the edge of the property where that's where the workshop is, where that has the loft in it, and there's just parking galore. It's fully fenced, has an automatic gate, it's down a private road. It really is a great opportunity.
And you said it's in Blossom Valley, which in itself is an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, the area you can't beat, so everyone wants to be in that area. And it's so expensive just for a single family home. There's single family homes selling for $900,000. So for this one, you get 2 homes and a loft, and you don't get all the acreage that this one has. So it's a great opportunity for someone.
So what do you think, knowing his story and how he was skeptical of opportunity, now he's a strong believer, I'm sure.
Now I think he loves me because I got him into that opportunity, but he's ready to move on. And I think it's a great opportunity for someone else who may even be a first-time home buyer who thinks, $875 might be totally out of my budget. I'm looking for something for $450 or $500. Well, it really is like a single family house, because when you add in the extra income from the other unit and the garage and just the possibilities of what you could do with the land, I mean, the rental income's there to cover the rest of the mortgage payment, and you can even use that as income to qualify because it really is zoned for 2 units.
Absolutely. And you have the knowledge, which is great. So when I met you, I'm like, I thought the same thing. I can't buy a house. So now I'm starting to think, I just need to look at the specs and really talk to somebody who knows what they're doing. And then learn from the people who like this house, who the seller had this opportunity and he lived it.
Yeah, and I'm a broker, so I do loans and real estate. I looked up, just if you were to do an FHA loan this morning with 3.5% down, which is only $30,000, your mortgage payment with taxes, insurance, everything would be around $5,500, obviously depending on your credit, income, all of that. His rental income adds up to $6,000 a month. So $5,500 with only $30,000 down, and you're getting an extra $500 a month positive cash flow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's on fully paid solar, so the solar's paid off, and it's on well water, so you're not gonna get a water bill, and you're not gonna get an SDG&E bill.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
It's
right?
a great opportunity. So that's why I wanted to come here and share it for you today,
Yes.
is because a lot of people don't see it. It's listed as, you know, in the MLS, but a lot of people don't look at 2 units. So this is where they really are separate houses. They have their own yards, their own space. It really is like you're buying 2 for 1.
And that's what we love about this show on Story House, is that you actually get to be familiar with the story and then what the seller actually went through and all the income that he's making from this.
Exactly, and he was 22 years old and able to buy this house, and now he's been able to make it work for him, and now he's married and has a family, and it was probably one of the best decisions he ever made.
Right, thanks to you. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for coming on and sharing his beautiful story with us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you're interested in telling your story, be sure to contact us at info@storyhousesd.com, and we'll see you next time.